Postseason advancement on the line here in this playoff battle between the Chicago Bears and San Francisco 49ers.
It sure is a head-scratcher, isn't it, that the Bears, such a vaunted offense, especially with that high-power running game, how they're only able to engineer 2 field goals. Montana back under center. Over the middle, Jerry Rice to the 5, and he's into the end zone. As for the Niners, sure, the Bears have been able to settle for field goals, but they do need to continue moving the chains and running that clock. Niners lead it. It's 14-12 at halftime. We begin the third quarter with Chicago taking care of the football. Gale Sayers back deep to receive, and to kick it away is the Niners' own Joe Nedney. And he sends a booming kick down the field, end over end, taken from 3 yards deep. Sayers will take a knee in the end zone. And Steven, what do the Bears have to do, trailing by 2, to erase this deficit in the third quarter?
Obviously, they'll need to, have productive drives lately. They've been close to the end zone, but really not close enough to get the touchdown. They've always been getting field goals. They need to get some touchdowns.
Walter Payton, 5 yards, and here he is near a Bear first down. Offensively, the issue hasn't been driving the ball down the field. They've been able to manage some key drives and keep scoring efforts in the entire first half. They've had 4 scores in the first half. The key has been the field goals. In the red zone, they're 0 for 4 in turning field goals away from touchdowns. Luckman on a play action, incomplete, errant throw, and it was, frankly, just a terrible decision by part of the quarterback. Third down.
He's made better decisions in this game, but that little drop-off pass under the middle, not the best decision in the world. I think he had enough time to look for a better option, but 3rd and 5, then need to convert on another 3rd down here.
Luckman back to throw, underneath pass complete. Willie Gault moves forward across the first down marker, 10 yards. He moves the chains, but is down on the play. We have an injury timeout. Willie Gault checks into the game with a nice 3rd down conversion here.
That was a good conversion, but obviously the injury is going to be a concern for the Bears. Their wide receiver core is very limited, and with this injury, this could be a detrimental injury to the offense for the Bears squad.
Fresh set of downs to 1st and 10. Luckman back to throw. Has time. Rolls to the left. Has his man. That's Johnny Knox across the 35 and taken down following a 2-yard pickup. So far, Luckman has had an above-average day today, and you would love to have that if you're a Bears fan with 1 win to go before reaching the Super Bowl. It's currently a 2-point contest, but offensively, Luckman has not been the issue here. It's been in the red zone. The inability for these receivers to get open, and when they do get open, it has been an inability to catch the football. Mike Ditka, a solid catch there, but he is down on the field. It will take an injury timeout. So far, the Bears offensively, up and down in a first half where they currently trail by 2.
Pretty good. I think I'd like that you could do a little better, like you said. The field goals have had them in this game pretty much 14-12.
Chicago in the first half outgaining the San Francisco 49ers and currently having a solid drive here, but it's a 3rd down and 2. They need to cross the 45 for a first down. Luckman has time. Loft over the head of his fullback Bronco Nagurski, and so much for trying to get into the red zone and complete the red zone woes. They can't even get past the midfield stripe. It's a 4th down and 2 upcoming in a punting situation.
A bad play right there, bad pass, bad decision. We need to have better decision making going into this game for the Bears to go to the DSFL Bowl.
Julianix looking for a solid punt here. That one will go through the end zone. Deion Sanders waving his hand into the sky, and that will be a touchback. The ball will be sent out to the 20-yard line. Montana, a very solid first half. And boy, you can't hope for any solid of numbers. Despite 1 punt there, it's been 2 touchdowns on 3 drives for San Francisco in the first half.
If you gotta keep it going, the wide receivers done great. Jerry Rice just had a little bit of an impact, but it's all about John Taylor. His impact in today's game has already been extreme, and his play is the reason why they're winning.
Montana on a play action hit, fumbles the ball, and it's picked up by Joe Staley. Johnny on the spot for the recovery. Boy, the Niners are lucky that that one isn't a turnover and a Chicago ball inside the 10-yard line. Montana with his first fumble today, and that one a costly 9-yard setback.
Big right there, absolutely big. That was almost detrimental to this team, to this Niner offense. But the Bears, They had the opportunity, but they do not execute. Hopefully, they get another one of those and they execute on it.
The give is to Gore, and he fumbles it again. This one, it's picked up by the Chicago zone, Steve McMichael, and he's taken down inside the Niner 15-yard line. Gore with a costly fumble here.
How ironic that I say that in the next play, get another fumble, and then right there a turnover, and the Bears get the job done. They executed it, they got it, and now they're in the red zone. They're looking to get a touchdown. If they get a touchdown here, it'll be big. Field goal, that's a concern.
On first down, it's Walter Payton for a 6-yard gallop, 4.5 yards a carry. So far in today's contest has been the story for the Chicago offense. Luckman has been very solid through the air, but Gore, that one a huge fumble. We take a look at the instant replay here. Steve McMichael was there for the recovery, but it was a bone-jarring hit. Second forced fumble by Dick Butkus today. And this one is recovered by Chicago. The earlier fumble on Deion Sanders. And boy, have the fumbles hurt this Niners team. And Peyton, walk-in touchdown. He is totally untouched. 8 yards into the end zone. And Chicago takes the lead for the first time today. It's 18-14.
Big run right there. Nice little sweep out to the right side. Great blocking by the offensive line. Then look at the tight ends getting some work done over there on the right side also. The Niners were faked out to the left, and Walter pretty much had a hallway into the end zone. His path was very easy, and they got their first lead, and that's what they needed, a touchdown right there.
Boy, you could run a bus through the right side of that hole. That was a ginormous alley to the end zone. Luckman pass not even back to the line of scrimmage. Interesting two-point conversion attempt there. A 4-point game, but in my mind, they shouldn't have even gone for two in that situation. What's the point in a 5 or 6 point contest? But midway through the third quarter, the key has been the fumble, and Walter Payton cashes in with an 8-yard touchdown run. The Bears lead it. It's 18-14 with 4 and change to play in the third quarter. Big swing around for this Chicago team. Welcome back. You're watching the NFL on Fox. Currently, the Bears lead it. It is the first time today that they have any sort of lead in this contest. Ricky Waters passed the 20 and taken down at the 24-yard line. And the Niners really need more success on this time on offense.
Yeah, definitely. First, the Joe Montana fumble was big, and then the Frank Gore fumble, which the Bears got, was always a big. They need a rebound from that bad drive.
Counterplay to Frank Gore, taken down following a 3-yard carry. We mentioned that the Niners offensively rolling on all cylinders, but after 2 scoring drives, it has been a punt and a fumble on the last 2 drives for this Niners team. They need some sort of an offensive rhythm here. Sure, the defense has been able to settle this Bear team to field goals, but offensively, they need to do their part. Turnovers is not going to get it done. And punting so far after a first half of dominance is really not going to help their team get all the way to the Dream Bowl. 2nd and 7, Montana on a 7-step drop, has time. Looking, he's going deep. Terrell Owens has a step. He catches it to the 5. And Owens, end zone, touchdown, a long play. Montana to Owens, huge touchdown. And the lead swings right back to this Niners team.
That was just plain speed right there. Terrell Owens going past the secondary, and that's pretty much the reason why he's so successful in the NFL. And in his prime, and even during like the bad years in Dallas and in his final years, that's the reason why he's so successful. Just passes through the secondary and just catches the deep balls. And that's what Joe Montana just did right there. A big score right there, swings the momentum back to the Niners side. And the Niners, they really needed another touchdown to get the lead and to possibly get all the momentum from the Bears in this ballgame. But we still have a lot of time to go. Anything can happen with 3 minutes and 35 seconds left in the third and a full fourth quarter to go.
It could be anyone's game, as you mentioned, Stephen. A 3-point contest, and boy, what an entertaining contest so far in Candlestick. Kickoff taken way deep in the end zone, and Kavanaugh will take a knee inside and will set it out to the 20-yard line. Luckman has been very efficient on these Bears possessions. It has been 5 scoring drives and only 1 punt on the Bears, 6 possessions on offense. Very impressive day so far today. And it has been really a self-destructing effort for this Niners team. Only 1 big play. Other than that, it has been all Chicago on offense. Fresh set of downs to 1st and 10. Luckman back to throw. As time heaves over to the middle, and there is a wide open Emery Moorhead. 19-yard gallop right like that is back over to the Bears with another 1st down. Move those chains, Chicago.
The 72% completion percentage, and that was pretty much the name of pretty much Sid Luckman's season. Pretty much the completion percentage very high. It was number 1 in the DSFL in the regular season, and he continues to show that today. And then nice pass to Moorhead over the middle. He was wide open pretty much. The linebackers really had nothing to do with that play, with really covering Moorhead at all. So they're a defense. I like to see that from the Niners.
Luckman is dumped on 1st and 10. Patrick Willis for a 4-yard setback. Luckman throwing his ball down to the field, showing his frustration there. Patrick Willis just coming scot-free to the quarterback. Boy, right off the quick snap, you don't expect someone that quick to the quarterback, but it's a sack and a 4-yard setback. And we are having technical issues, so I will be the lone commentator for the remainder of this game. Chicago currently trailing by a field goal with 2 minutes and change remaining in the 3rd quarter. We're live here in Candlestick Park on a brilliant night made just for football. Luckman on a scramble connects with Harlan Hill. His first grab nets 11 yards, and he is near a Chicago 1st down. But boy, how familiar is this for a Bears offense that has had to attempt? This is near their 10th 3rd down conversion. We'll get the stat right here. 3 for 8 on 3rd down conversion so far today. This is conversion attempt number 9. They need the midfield stripe, the 50-yard line for a 1st down. Hand off to Harlan Hill. Juke move and a beheading hit. Patrick Willis stopping the 1st down with a statement. 1-yard carry when they needed 2 yards to move the chains, and that will set up a 4th down. But Patrick Willis with perhaps the defensive play of the day. A bone-jarring collision, and that one will bring up a 4th down. And we are waning into the final moments of the 3rd quarter here with the Niners up by a field goal. They will get the football right back at the 20-yard line as Gulianix booms it through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. Montana has been stopped cold as of late, but 1 deep touchdown to Terrell Owens has turned this game around. Now a very interesting final moments here of the 3rd quarter in Candlestick. They go out with 4 wide receivers, and the Bears counter with a nickel package. The give is to Gore right up the middle. And Doug Atkins with another tackle today. That one marks number 3 on the contest. That one will bring up a 2nd down and short situation. Nick Rice being the lone commentator here live from Candlestick. The winner moving on to the Dream Bowl 2 to take on the Oakland Raiders. And the interesting stat here is the San Francisco 49ers, statistically one of the great teams in the entire DSFL. Meanwhile, the Chicago Bears, underdogs all season, barely itching their way into this contest. Frank Gore with a carry, and he takes it out to near the 1st down marker, a 4-yard reception, and only 8 attempts so far for Joe Montana. You see that stat there above. That's been the key so far for the Chicago Bears. Limit the passing attempts of Montana and force the San Francisco 49ers to rely on the running game. Frank Gore, a modest day, but 1 fumble so far on the afternoon. 3rd and 2, the give is to Joe Perry, and Dick Buck is down on the field following a bone-jarring collision. We'll have to look to the chain gang, see if he indeed gets the 1st down, and they indeed move the sticks. That one just enough to get past the 1st down marker. We take a look at the instant replay here. Joe Perry lowers his head and is able to get just enough. The 30-yard line was needed, and he gets just there. It's been a back and forth battle. The Niners led it 14-3 at one point, but the Chicago Bears, underdogs all postseason, have slowly itched their way back. But that lead lasted only 30 seconds as a Montana to Owens touchdown connection helped the Niners reclaim the lead. 21-18 score at the end of the 3rd quarter. The winner of today's contest moves on to play the Raiders in the Dream Bowl 2.
Y'all act like I'm seeing it's a new sport. You're too inexperienced, your teeth are too short. Every culture has a right to passage. You wanna wanna bypass it and sell me your practice. One for the lunch money. I don't run from you, punch drunk, turning.